Hello friends, so today we are solving this longest subsequence repeated k times. So we are given a string s of length n and integer k also given. And our task is to find the longest subsequence repeated k times in the string s. So you can consider it is like this. Suppose this is our string given to us and we have to find the longest subsequence. Okay, so for example, in this case what happening, if you look at here boy, right, this is boy, so one sequence. Also there is one more boy, so boy is there. Also you can observe run, run, blue icon, run, so run also repeating 2 times, k is equal to 2 here. Similarly you can also observe here eu and string eu, this is also repeating many times, right? So what is happening, if we observe here, is there are like multiple repetitions happening, right? So boy comes 2 times, boy comes how many times, k equal to 2, and boy also came 2 times. So means this is also, this might be, this is a legit or potential, this could be an answer. But at the same time run also repeated 2 times, right? Run also came 2 times. You can see here clearly run, and then starting from here run. So this subsequence also came 2 times. Now you can also observe eu. See here eu, also eu. So eu also repeated 2 times, right? Now you can see that we are finding the longest subsequence which repeated at least k times, right? But see, boy is also 3 length, run also 3 length. Anyway eu is 2 length, so we will anyway skip it because we are finding the longest subsequence repeated at least k times. Now boy and run, so in this case you can say who is the lexicographically greater if same length repeated equal number of k times, right? So in that case the one which is lexicographically higher, that should be our answer. So in this case even boy also came 2 times, but run would be the answer because run is lexicographically a bigger string. So this is what we have to do in this question. Now the next thing is how to do, that is the important thing. So we will look at how to do that, because it's not like that straightforward that we will generate all the subsequence of this string, right? Then it would be kind of not be a relevant solution. We have to go in a BFS way. I will tell you why BFS way and how it would be work. So first of all, you can observe here one thing, that we have to find the lexicographically greatest one, right? So what I will do is, let's say if I make a queue like this, that I have created one queue which would be part the strings. Okay, so initially this queue is empty. Let's say initially I have just inserted some sample, let's say one empty string I have inserted, suppose. Okay, now what we are doing, we are using one for loop for starting from character A till character Z. Okay, now what we're gonna do here is, we will be take out whatever string is available in the queue. So initially we put this empty string. Then what we will do is, we will append whatever character is coming to our B. Let's say we are calling this string temp. So temp equal to, we are making whatever we have pulled from here. So right now it is empty. So empty plus whatever is the character coming from this for loop. Okay, like this. Okay, so this would be string A initially, right? So whatever string this temp happening, okay, we have to check for that string that, hey, is this string repeated k times? This string, whatever temp is being built here, we have to check in this string, original string, that is it repeated k times as a subsequence, right? So if we take this A is not appeared at all, right? So we will not push this string because it is not appeared. Okay, now what would be the next? So we have skipped the A, the next would be B, right? Because we are starting this for loop. Don't look at this string, we are driving from here. We initially entered into the queue only empty string, then we are starting from A. So A was not available at all, so we didn't push. Now we came B, so empty plus B, now it would become B. we will check that hey, B came k times. So if we go here, that okay, B came once here, B also came once here. So it is passing that okay, at least it appeared 2 times. Now this might be our answer, but let's check, there could be a bigger value as well. So what we will do is, for now we have popped out this empty thing, and we would be we will insert this string to the queue, right? Now we will go similarly for all other values. So there would be C is not available, D is not available, okay, but E is available. Then E also would be coming initially, because these are the single length characters, right? So in this way all of them would be keep on coming, right? And we will be keep on popping out the things. So there would be a time when we would be having like this BE, right? Similarly it would keep on going. So now you would have observed one thing here, that we are starting from A and going till Z. That means we are going in the lexicographical way, correct? So in the lexicographical way, when we are going, we would be basically at the end we would having, if there is a biggest like in this case run and boy, both were repeating k times, but because we are going lexicographical way, there would be a time when temp would be having value RUN, okay, because we are checking for all the possibility. There would be a, first of all, let's say there would be an instance when we would be having RU, right? And then we will go for RU checking, that is it repeating, yes, RU, and here also RU. Then we would be putting this RU also into the queue, because I just cannot put all the values for dry run, it would be very huge. So you can consider there would be an instance when RU would be also there in the queue. Similarly BOY would also there in the queue. If BOY would be already occurred before RU, right? So at that time, let's say we are going for RU case, at that time we would be having RU, and then through this for loop there would be an instance when we would be having adding the N here, right? Because this is running for all the characters. So at that time we would be having this as RUN, right? Now for this RUN also we would be checking that hey, is it repeated k times? Then we will go here and we will check that yes, RUN, one time it is repeating here, and another time RUN subsequence is repeating here. So at that time again we would be finding one value. So we will keep on putting all those values, all those strings which are passing for the k repetitions. Then there would be a time when RUN also would be there inside the queue. When we will come out, when we will pick the RUN, right, there would be again we would be processing is for all the Z's, A, B, C, D till Z, right? So there would be a case then RUN plus A, RUN plus B. So but those are not repeating. So at the end we would be having RUN as the biggest substring, which is also the lexicographically biggest one. Though BOY also would be for a time in solution, but later, because we are going in incremental way starting from A till Z. So at the end RUN would be our answer. So I would be showing my corresponding code, which is just the whatever I am saying, just the mirror image of this explanation. So let's look at the code. So you guys can observe here, initially I have created this answer string equal to null, and this is my queue, string queue, and see here I am initially adding the empty value. Now till the time when this is not empty, we are popping out the whatever value in the queue. As of now there is only empty string. Now for this for loop starting from A till Z, okay, because any string would be built of these 26 characters only, doesn't matter what subsequence it is, but it would be made of these. So we are making this temp equal to whatever is the string we popped out from the queue plus this character in this for loop, all the 26 possibilities. Now for this temp string we have written a method called is k time repeated. So see here I have written this method, you can see here carefully. This is our string for which we are checking, and this is our source string in which we are checking whether it is repeated k times or not, temp is repeated k times or not. So see here we have just created two variable p and counter. Now we are traversing through every character of this string src, right, the main string. Now what we are doing here is we are checking whenever there is a matching of character at p in the temp string. At that time what we are doing, we are increasing this p. Okay, and at the time when this p would be the last character of this temp, at that time this would be equal to the length, right? Just like you can see here, when we would be at run, right? At that time when we were checking that whether run is available or not, at that time when n would have been occurred, at that time run would be of length 3, right? So that is why we are doing this, that if p means the last index is equal to the length of it, right, last index plus 1, that is why we are making plus plus p. If it is equal to the length of temp, that means it is occurred at least that time. Okay, so what we are doing, we are resetting it, this p we are resetting it, and we are checking, we are increasing the counter by 1 whenever a complete string is substring is occurred. Okay, so what we are doing, if this is equal to length, that time means at least one frequency we have found it, so we are increasing the counter, and at the same time we are checking that, hey, is it equal to k? If it is not equal to k, let's keep on, because it might further occur and then it might become equal to k. So once counter is equal to k, we are returning true. Otherwise, when we are coming out of this for loop, we are returning false because it is not occurred, right? So this is k time repeated method is being used here. Okay, so see here, if it is occurred k times, then only we are parking this answer equal to temp for time being, because a further greater value might come, and we are adding this into queue, this temp. Remember, we are adding the temp value only when it is already repeated k times, right? Because then only it makes sense. You can check here that there would be a time when ru also came 3 times, then only we have put into the queue, so that find the run. Okay, so in this way, when we are keep on doing this, at the end we are returning answer. And now you can see in the question, return the longest subsequences repeated k times. Okay, and if multiple subsequences are found, return the lexicographically largest one. So that is why we are starting from a to z, and at the end we would be having the largest one only, just like we have the run in this case. Otherwise boy could be also a solution. Okay, so let me execute this code, which I have already submitted it. So yeah, it is working fine, and I have already solved it. So what would be the time complexity here? So you guys can observe here that we are, every time we are making all the possibility for every string, right? We are starting from a to z, right? And for all the possibility of it, then we are checking also that is it repeated k times. So you can observe it is going into the factorial. If let's say size of s is n, okay, so at that time it is going factorial n, correct? But because we are going for up to k size of the repetition, then it would be factorial n divided by k. That would be the time complexity. So thank you for watching this video, and if you guys have any concern, please make a comment over there. Thank you.